I have one favorite Amazon marketing strategy that I've used over and over again to turn around 1,000 listings plus for small startups as well as retail giants. And no, it's not PPC. That's expensive. It's not even images. That takes a designer. Nope. This is far more simple. It's words, but not how you think. So I'm just going to break that down for you step by step. I'm Sean Farrington, and I'm in the Amazon trenches daily, working on my client accounts at Ecom Optimization and working one-on-one with sellers inside of the ProSeller Elite community. So I created the Amazon Turnaround Playbook. It shows you exactly where your Amazon sales are breaking down and how to fix it. It's the exact steps that are changing struggling Amazon DIYers into seven-figure sellers, but without the guessing. And it's yours for free. I'll just go ahead and drop a link in the description and you can grab it and get started. But now let me hand you my favorite move, because right now, so many sellers are relying on AI to write their bullets. But what they don't know, AI is just regurgitating facts and distilling down lame marketing. The result is boring, beige, bland bullets. Kind of like this, where it's just fact after fact. You know, high quality static electric shock collars for large dogs. Citronella is harmless. Strong deterrent directed towards your dog's snout. And it actually becomes a chore to read this. I call this, let's go ahead and vomit up a pile of facts and hope that it sells somehow. Or worse, there's also this. You get the short bullet points. They don't even use the full space that Amazon gives to them. It's like the history report that you didn't want to write in high school, so you just jotted down a few facts and hoped for the best. And I make fun of this because this used to be me. I fell into this trap when I started on Amazon back in 2015. I didn't know any better. I actually thought short bullet points looked sleek. They looked elegant, streamlined, easy to read. And I thought that lowered friction or sales friction, and that would hopefully mean more sales. I mean, after all, who likes to slog their way through big chunky bullets or walls of text or anything like that? At least that's what I thought. But as I began to test everything on Amazon, everything on the listing, from images to bullets and all that kind of stuff, what I found out was that I was wrong. Very rarely do short bullets convert. Very rarely. There's a reason that almost always longer bullets sell better. The biggest reason is that if shoppers end up over here looking at your bullets, something in your images wasn't there that they were hoping for. 63% of your sales will come from your images, just so you know that. Especially on mobile, it's even a little bit higher. But if they're over here reading, it's because the images didn't deliver to them the information they were looking for. And by some grace of God, you actually got them on your bullets because they could have just left. But if they're over here, they're interested enough, they just need more information. And it could be a fact, it could be an emotion, or maybe just the nudge that they need to click that add to cart button. So after a year or so of suffering with low conversion rates, I discovered that while short bullets may look sleek like these, they just often fail to take shoppers through the know, like, trust cycle needed to help them feel confident in hitting that add to cart button. So we got to remove the boring beige from any of this kind of stuff and replace them immediately. And here's how I do it. First, every bullet I write should kick off with an attention-grabbing phrase or benefit. So for example, let me show you this. No sweaty messes, thanks to breathable cotton lining. Now, I like these parentheticals. I'm a bit of a nerd when it comes to writing bullets. I love writing bullets. I think they're one of the most effective things you can do. So I do parentheticals, parentheses, because it makes it stand out visually. So I like this. But what I love about this is it's hitting them right at the beginning with what they're feeling. No sweaty messes. So if I'm already freaking out about a sweaty mess, and looking like a sweaty mess or feeling like a sweaty mess when someone comes in to hug me and they can feel my sweaty back or anything like this, this speaks to me right out of the gate. And it basically talking about combining this functional benefit, breathable nylon lining, all right? That's just a fact and a feature. But if you wrote this bullet and said breathable nylon lining, everyone else would have that too. Everyone else would have a breathable nylon lining. And now there's no difference between you. But no sweaty messes, that's a promise. That's an emotional benefit to me. I don't like being a sweaty mess. It's embarrassing, right? It looks bad. It may smell bad if it keeps going, right? So breathable nylon lining allows the no sweaty messes. That's a great one. Or how about this one? Melt ice, not pause. This immediately engages the emotions of pet parents. Pet parents who are afraid of their paws whenever they use ice melting products, and it hurts their feet. It hurts the little pads on their feet when they're outside, and they have to clear away the ice so they don't slip and slide and all that kind of stuff, but it burns the pads on their feet. It really speaks and resonates immediately, especially if you have a concern over your pet's safety, which most pet parents do. How about this one? Sharp 120 decibel alarm stops thieves in their tracks. It's powerful, action-driven statements that can show the desired results. They want to stop thieves, and here's the logical reason for it. The 120 decibel alarm, it will stop the thieves. It's so loud, it's so piercing that it'll come through. And these hooks immediately catch the eye and draw the shopper in. In other words, you don't want to just tell what the product is. So 120 decibel alarm, whatever, ice melt, breathable nylon lining, whatever. Everyone's saying that kind of stuff. You don't want to just tell them what the product is. You want to tell them what the product does for them. It doesn't melt paws, right? It stops thieves. It stops the sweaty messes. And it tells them what it does for them. Instead of like basic wording like ergonomic design, say, the unique shape reduces wrist strain and lets you work comfortably for hours. So you're talking about the benefit. Or if you're saying something about waterproof material, you want to say, hey, it keeps your gear dry even during unexpected downpours. And instead of 24 inches long, you want to talk about the tongs that stopped singed arm hair with an extra 24-inch long reach, right? And then you can start to build combinations like this. Survive the storm. Military-grade polymers keep your gear dry even in unexpected downpours. So survive the storm, it automatically catches their attention because that's probably what they've experienced or what they're freaked out about. One of the two. If they're new to this whole thing, they don't want to get caught unawares. They don't want to get caught unprepared. So surviving the storm becomes their goal. And the goal for us is to give the shoppers what they need to be engaged. And then you have up to 250 characters available for each bullet. Amazon gives you plenty of space for a reason. You should use it. But don't just stuff it with keywords. Every word should inform, engage, or convert. Currently, most of my bullets run around 250 characters, but I use each word to highlight how a product solves problems or meets a specific need. And I kind of build mine section by section, like with that hook. New uplift set for Pro or Pout. Now, I didn't just make this stuff up, this Pro or Pout stuff up. Amazingly, I don't wear lip liner, so I dig deep into market research, looking for the stories and the words and the phrases, the little nuggets of truth that I can just swipe and put into my copy. So Pro or Pout was not Sean. It was this crowd saying that they use these words, pro or pout. And what for them it meant, at work or at play. Pro, professional, pout for at night, at play. So I start with that. I'm going to start with something that speaks directly to them. New has been a classic marketing proposition for a long time. New, obviously, for Pro or Pout is speaking specifically to them. And again, my nerdy Sean-ism, I put things in parentheticals because I believe it stands out. It looks visually like a standout, so I do that. But then I want to pair it with what comes next. So everything I'm looking for is to earn the next second or the next 3 seconds. So if I got them with this and that got 1 second of attention out of them, I've got to earn the next second. So what I'm going to do right after that is go right into the next thing, which is a little bit of social proof. Fans tell us. I often like to kick in with some social proof, like right at the top. Fans tell us, and then just tell the story that fans told us, whatever that is. Fans tell us that the 11 perfectly pigmented shades, right, a little bit of alliteration, in this lip lift set get compliments. So I love how this ties us together. So fans tell us is social proof. And then the social proof comes around to proving that they get compliments. And get compliments is that secret hope or that secret desire that we spoke about earlier. The getting compliments, the change in status from where I am, where I'm not getting compliments, to the change in status to getting compliments is where we want to go. And so that's a really nice combination. And I literally just keep building from there. I've got a hook to get them in. I got a little social proof. I got their emotional desires that I want to. And then you just keep building it out. New lip lift set. Fans tell us 11 perfectly pigmented shades in this lip lift set get compliments. They also like how the 11 lip liner pencils let them quickly craft the perfect pout for play or the clean professional look for work in seconds. And so this is literally supporting pout for play, professional look for work is literally supporting this proposition up here, the one that I did earlier. Basically, you're going to keep building until you have a full bullet that converts at all angles. And you're going to use most, if not all, of those 250 characters to your advantage. And look, most shoppers skim. They're just skimmers. So you format your bullets like this with these caps, these all caps, is really going to be helping you a lot. Make them easy to read. And those bolded out portions are just powerful little hooks, headers, we call them bullet heads, to maximize their impact. And listen, there's always something emotional to tug at heartstrings. Even when selling seemingly boring things like pet bedding, like we were doing for Harold. He said that Sean got me to #1 all because he made it sound like hamsters had to have this pet bedding. Just using the stuff that I already showed you here. And the results were, we got them to #1. And it all happened rather quickly. But one problem I'm seeing right now is that too many Amazon sellers are patching together their listings and their marketing and their strategies from a bunch of YouTube videos, blog posts, Reddit threads, and TikToks, and then wondering why nothing is working. And that's why I created the fastest path to $100,000 on Amazon. It's what I do for my clients. It's all packaged and wrapped up for you. So click that video right there, and I'll show you just how easy it all can be.